Are we on, Brandon?
Yep.
All right.
Beyond.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Campaign 3 of the Holy Rollers, formerly named Of Hope and Havoc. I'm your DM, Stephanie, and yeah, we're just glad you're here. We hope you have a blessed evening, whether you're listening to us now or in the future. We sincerely hope that you will feel the love of God through our love for each other, and that you will find some entertainment in our shenanigans, specifically those of my players. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
We have rolled for prayer as is our custom, and Jesse is going to be taking us before the Lord. Jesse, take it away.
Lord, thank you, Lord, just for your goodness, for blessing us so much, Lord, with so many different blessings. I pray, Lord, that you will be here with us today as we play this game, Lord. Even though it's just a game, allow us to glorify you and represent you well and be your ambassadors through this story, that we can point others to you through it, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you will just guide the story along as you will. We praise you and thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
And all the kitty cat said?
Whose cat is screaming? I am dying. Oh my gosh. Okay,
All right,
so
that's Cortana. I'll mute it. She is
no,
being a
you're
real
fine.
right now.
You're fine. She clearly has missed you today. So last we left off. Well, actually, let's assign our recap inspiration. By the way, as an aside, the only inspiration you need to be tracking on the little doodad on your character sheets are the ones for combat, because those are the ones that vanish. The ones I'm giving you through recaps or through at the end of session as a reward for role playing, those you need to track in like the notes section of your D&D Beyond character sheet so you don't lose them. The idea is to accrue enough of those you can redeem them for crits or successes on rolls. So, as an aside, who would like to attempt the recap from last week? Joffrey, I will allow you to do it.
All right,
But
I'll
real
try
quick,
to do.
Stephanie, I do it on paper. Is that okay?
That's fine. I don't care how you do
I'll
it.
keep track of my paper.
Yeah, just track them somehow, because obviously the one on D&D Beyond doesn't work. If you would, Joffrey.
So our unnamed combat mimics and beat them.
Yes.
Upon exiting this crypt, it is determined that this crypt has not been opened at minimum for 15 years. Whether the party has been dead that long is up to debate. But the party is able to determine quickly roughly where they are at between the villages of Belwick and Beldrin, with Red ascertaining that Beldrin is where Kellenvor insinuated that he needs to go. Told the party that he was going to be heading there if they would follow him or not. The party's short rest to hit the road. Upon the way, they encounter what looked like a knife through the ground of death that took out a village, which triggered Lydell as something he had encountered. Lydell encountered once before in his life, but had never spoken of. He later confided to Riker this fact. The party rests for the night in an uneventful night. Getting closer to Beldrin, they come across a marauding group of tithe keepers.
Hunters.
Tithe hunters. They soundly defeat them and learn that they are from a hamlet outside of Beldrin that thought they had given their tithe, and after saving them, the party is grappling with the fact that there is strands of the Empress's control that are more powerful than they thought. But that is, I believe, exactly where we left off.
I do have a question, DM.
Thank you very much, Joffrey. Please assign yourself a inspiration. Yes, Dennis.
So, last session,
Yes.
Lytle one-shotted the orc with his lightning spell.
Yes, he did.
Was there supposed to be something coming from that?
No, so first blood inspiration is for whomever deals damage first, not whoever drops
That's
somebody.
okay. I thought I saw something about the one. Maybe that was the bingo card. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No. It's a reasonable question, and I may readdress that in the next version of the bingo card, but for right now, that's where we are.
That's
Um,
fine.
No cool kill inspo yet.
we will talk about it. How's that? Um, I feel like that that's couched under the good role playing assigned inspo at the end of each sesh.
Which we
Giving
all got last session.
you
Yeah.
did because you were all just bringing your A game. I'm so dang impressed.
So that inspiration, is that one of the ones we're supposed to be keeping track in notes? Not in
Correct.
the. Okay.
Correct. So I sent you all a cheat sheet. I've sent it to you personally, Dennis, as well as in group chat.
Yes.
Indicating that if you have 3 of those, you can redeem it for a critical hit of choice. If you have 5, you can redeem it for a critical success on a roll of choice. If you get enough of these, they might save your life. So accrue them. Guard them judiciously. You can, of course, use them as regular inspiration in the meantime, but the idea is I want you to keep them around long enough for them to be worth something more than just another d20 roll. We did a little bit of rolling outside of session about what somebody pickpocketed from a fleeing tithe hunter. Why don't we rehash that in as few words as possible, what each of you learned with your respective roles about this seal?
So after Genji pickpocketed the orc,
Yes.
inspected the seal, curious about it, showed it to the group to see if anybody else had any additional information that he was unaware of. Let's see. Excuse me a second while I'm retracing my notes here.
That's okay.
I should start keeping notes, huh?
That's okay. Jesse's got a group document.
And I've been going on that like crazy.
So Genji was able to access that so on the seal is a crown that is a favorite accessory for the Empress Mariah.
Moira.
And as a local thief, it's been kind of one of those trinkets that everyone in the guild talked about snatching, but has never actually been done. As a side note, anyway.
The crown specifically that she's wearing on one side of this coin is that you are talking
Yes.
about. The seal itself is fairly common.
Yes. That's what I meant. If I didn't make that clear, I apologize.
No worries.
And let's see. As for the seal,
Describe the seal for the audience, will you?
so trying to find the description you gave me.
I am going to bump it for you.
I thought you put it into our chat. I don't remember.
There is some stuff that I gave to him with his role that I did not give to the rest of you.
Well, I remember you gave us a description somewhere.
Right, but it's also
Yeah.
So I'll describe the seal really quick if you don't mind.
Go for it, because I'm reading what you bumped, and
It's okay.
like where's the actual description?
So the seal is about the size of an American silver dollar, and which is roughly the size of the roundy part on the bottom of a can. For those of us who are not in the Americas, there is on one side a pair of clasped shackles and an overflowing coin purse, and on the other side is a visage of a tiefling woman looking regal, wearing a crown with extremely pointed fleurons. Speaking of crown, would anyone like to reveal what they received as a information gathering role on that crown.
For the floron, is that just a fancy word for horns?
The points on the crown have a name.
Oh,
Put some
no, okay.
respect. Put some respect on the crown, boy.
I was actually
Um,
talking about the tiefling's horns, but okay, so the
Nope.
horns on the crown.
Yep, the florons they're called florons. Yes, Liddell.
I was just to say Lytle. The only thing that Lytle got from it, because he doesn't recognize the shackles and stuff. But he did recognize the queen, the queen's symbols. And is 100% sure that's what that was, but he was unable to ascertain anything else based on those symbols. They haven't been around long enough.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Lord,
Thank you very much.
unfortunately, does know the crown symbol. And the weight of dread that it emanates by those who recognize exactly what it is. Usually by who the ones wearing it are. And they tend to be very respected, powerful members of the Empress's loyal court. Usually lieutenants or generals.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. I think that's everybody who had a meaningful role or who participated.
Riker,
Yes.
so Riker pops up and he says, well, I know that when in another life, there were some places I got to visit, including private collections and museums in Edra. Edra. There was something spoken about that this crown has a cult nature. Just talk about it. Dark powers. Its name. Its name is the Crown of Sorrow. If I remember.
Cool. I think that is pretty much everyone. Thank you all for sharing, and thank you all for remembering. I'm proud of you for retaining the lore. So we are watching, as we jump into session, we are watching the previously, let me scroll in here. We're watching the previously shackled humans wander off back to their homes, grateful of heart and decidedly decidedly eager to be home.
Real quick,
They
Steph.
are... Yes, dear.
Kyle was trying to get your attention.
I'm sorry, Kyle. I switched to and from different screens, and I don't always see.
I was going to wait till your narrative was done, but I was just going to throw out Genji will share one additional note as far as his intuition of the seal itself, given how it came from orcs who are collecting bodies to be turned into slaves. I have a suspicion that this... I say I have a suspicion here that this seal is a pass. A pass to get into what they call the a tithe sales market, maybe even an auction, where we may find more slaves and possibly other valuables.
Nice.
And there's a twinkle in his eye when his valuables.
Looks at Lytle. It's spreading.
Yeah, isn't it wonderful? Bless his heart.
I need like a canonical curse of the accent. I'm gonna write a stat block for it, dead serious.
His accent will morph throughout this whole thing. Promise. It's great. I love it.
Y'all are amazing. Awesome. Thank you very much. That was a fantastic.
I mean, it will change, but hey.
Does anyone else have anything to add before we wrap up this particular encounter?
Yeah, Riker will look down at it and then look at the group. recommend that we keep that close. That might be a way to get out of trouble. It looks like walking down the roads isn't going to be as easy as it used to be. Things have changed since I recommend
Yep.
you just be prepared. Keep that close. You that really stealthy, recommend that you stay that way. I have a few tricks too. If we encounter another group, we want to just get on by. I could make it look like we're slaves, or that we're also under the control or with some other. There's options there. We fight every.
Yes, Lytle.
Real quick, I want to address something prior to this, if you don't mind. Back at
Okay.
the big waste of land that he saw.
Okay.
Um,
Are you addressing the team or are you addressing us
I'm
out of
going.
character?
I would like to address Riker. With the telepathic thing that we have that I have.
Okay.
Um, and I'm asking Riker. Rika, I would highly appreciate it if, as we go through this, look for a stone, something that looks out of place. It's got it you we may not find one, but just keep looking and let me know if you see one. And I would like to roll a perception on whether or not I see one. And you know what I'm talking about.
I do. So you found that stone before, not after.
Oh, okay. I'd forgotten about that. I'm sorry.
That's
That
okay.
was my
That's
whole
okay.
reason for going back there to see it, to think of it.
Totally fine. And what's more, you guys left that dead spot like a couple
Yeah.
hours back. It wouldn't have made sense. Regardless, good effort. I appreciate it nonetheless. While let me find my notes.
Rord will take the body and he will throw it over into the bushes.
Field.
Not the fields.
Not
Not
the
the
fields.
fields.
Bushes. And the
Bushes.
leader, I assume, as well.
Yep.
Just pile them up. Cool.
Their absence will be noted eventually, but no reason to bring further misfortune to these hapless villagers, and no reason to pollute such natural good fields.
I like the way this guy thinks.
Me too.
Lytle,
stone? Yes.
as I say, Lytle will go down there and pick up two. He's got some polished stones in his thing.
Yeah.
And he puts one on each one's chest, and then walks out.
Okay.
And then looks at
pack-
Riker. Looks at Riker and says, "I'm back."
Oh, no. Oh, Lord. All right, everybody done. Cool.
Think so.
The packed stone road and dirt is eaten up under your boots, and the travel, though monotonous, passes without burden, as the pleased air of having done a good thing hangs over the group. You rest for the evening. You eat your boar meat. You mill around the campfire. Is there anything you'd like to discuss or roleplay before watches begin? We're reaching the end of day 2's travel. Needless to say, putting the herd on some tithe hunters has put you behind a few hours.
Player question. We're still just trying to get to the next town, correct, at this point?
That is... Hang on, I read the wrong thing. This is the end of the first full day's travel. Beldrin is still another day away, plus a few hours, given that freeing the parade of captured tithes and finding food has set you back a bit. So you'll still have another full day's worth of travel after this, and perhaps in a few additional hours. Does that make sense? Okay. Yes, Kyle, what was your question? Okay.
I was just clarifying that the group's goal at this point was just to make it to the next town over
Yes.
or
You are
whatnot.
still en route to Beldrin unless any of you have designs otherwise. Cool.
So yeah,
Anything?
Riker would probably spend some time sitting with Idell and kind of discussing what they saw. Like, how the Emperor's or reach seems to have gotten a lot tighter and a lot further. He's been gone. Not sure how much time we've been gone exactly, but this is worse than I could have imagined.
What we just saw, I would say that we would have never seen that before. And I am dead set that it has got to stop. One way or another, this cannot keep going.
I
Open
can't imagine
slavery.
that there haven't been. I can't imagine that there weren't others that that were that would have stopped her by now. I know that there were several actions that we kind of ran across that were at least trying to provide some kind of. Many of them are still alive.
We need to see if any of our networks are still working and see if we can find some of these factions. Maybe unite a few. We're never going to do it on our own, but we sure can try.
I don't know what you're talking about there. I think we need to keep our heads down and just do what the gods need us to do, and then try and stay out of the way. I know you want to
But
like save the world or whatnot. Why I love hanging out with you and traveling with you. But sometimes you can't win. It's better to live another day, and think that in case it might be live another day in another place, a far away place.
yeah, I know sometimes I sure do try to bite off more than I can chew. But
Yeah, you do.
sometimes you
Remember
always
those
seem to bring me back.
scrolls? Anyway, yeah. Let's try not to bite too much off that we could chew. I feel like if we do, we'll choke on it.
Yeah, I
Having
think maybe
found
on
out
this.
what the afterlife is, I am not keen on
Yeah,
going back.
I agree. I think after this last couple of turns with old death itself, I think maybe I'll hold back and maybe listen to you just a little bit more.
But not be surprised if you're the one that got us killed in the first place.
You know, I agree with you, my friend. It probably was me. Let me just ask for forgiveness
For
now, in case.
foreshadow. Foreshadow forebode. Um,
Whatever happened, Lydell, I'm sure I'm just as much to fault. But I'm gonna rub it. If I find out that is true, I'm gonna rub it in your face. But
And I would have nothing less.
Red, is there anything you would like to do before you go to sleep on your second day above ground?
Red would probably just spend time journaling, just kind of thinking through the orcs and kind of the strangeness that seemed to have brought. Thinking about death and all the other things that go along with it.
You remember Kalimvor imparting to you a command of something you had to do daily.
Yeah.
Do you remember what that thing
I
is?
do.
didn't he do that this morning?
Cast.
Not to my... He did not.
Oh shoot, what's it called?
Remove curse.
Remove curse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He will do that prior to going to sleep.
Alrighty. Anybody else got anything?
Is
I feel like we haven't
I'm-
heard a lot of Genji and Kenji's internal monologue. And while we as characters might not be privy to it, it'll be entertaining. Do Genji and Kenji want to talk to each other? Perhaps.
We were actually just discussing going to the local thieves guild once we get to the town, just to see what's what.
Okay.
So, yeah, so Genji and Kenji internally monologuing. So, for any characters that are wanting to observe, you see who you know as Genji, just sitting on the log, appears to be
staring.
meditating. Meanwhile, on the inside, hey, Kenji, what do you say? What do you say when we get into town? We check in on our people. You know, I can't. I hate to know what's happened to our brethren.
Sounds like a good idea. Let's do it.
All right, first thing we get into town.
Anybody
Earth
else?
to Kenji. Earth to Kenji. Roran is just like tapping the forehead.
I love it.
Yes, that's what you want. Shakes his head.
Holds out his hand. I wish for safekeeping of that medallion. That tied hunter symbol.
Oh, don't you worry. I'll keep it very safe.
I repeat, it would be more.
Roran's
It
not used
is
to being
more-
disobeyed.
It is more believable for someone of my stature and standing to bear such a artifact. You, brave as you might be, less believable.
I think I'm gonna hang on to it.
And so the friction begins.
We already
Oh my
have a fire. Is it going to get bigger?
Roran, what are you
He
rolling?
will kind of just lean in. He's gonna roll intimidation to, for your own safety, give it to me.
Oh, counter intimidation, please.
Oh no.
So a 19 to intimidate.
Okay. Genji Kenji, what do you roll?
This is all within earshot and sight, right?
Yeah.
He actually doesn't get loud. He gets quiet.
Yeah. I think Roran's one of those who's scarier when he's quiet.
Before implementing that
Is he doing like the daddy voice through the teeth?
intimidation roll,
Yeah.
do a quick observation roll for me there, Roran.
Perception?
Yes.
DM, can Riker assist the? Can he assist the weird Earth dirt man, mud boy with minor? I want to basically do minor illusion because I don't like bullies whether they're on my side or not. I would like horns to grow out of Kenji's head in hopes to grant advantage.
I will allow it.
But
Yeah,
Roran's not trying to rob
it might be better to counter.
Kenji.
counter
He's simply stating he thinks if we're going to use this as a ruse, it's more believable if Roran's the one bearing it.
And that is valid to you. That is valid to you. However, Sticky Fingers is keen to hold on to whatever it is that they
Yep.
manages. Yes, Riker.
I'm just gonna say, player understands you, Joffrey. Riker.
Exactly. Players definitely get where you're going with this, but characters are going to be a little trickier than that.
Horns start pulling out of the head. I said no. Counter intimidation.
And then roll both.
And what's your roll?
I don't know. Roll both.
Oh, am I at advantage?
He's giving you advantage with his minor illusion.
Oh,
Yes.
let's see.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing there was a natural 20 based on both of your reactions.
No. So
I said no. No.
What did you roll? Out
an
with it.
8 die for a total of 9.
Oh,
That's why I did
Rory
winning.
doesn't blink. He just.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid you're gonna have
No.
to give it over with that big of a disparity. Yeah.
So as actually, do you want to describe it or you want me to describe it? Since you're role playing, do you want to describe how you hand it over or you want me to?
This is the result of the perception check.
No, this is the results of the intimidation counter.
Okay.
Internal monologue. Sorry, Kenji.
It's okay. I'll sell it back.
Holds it.
Steal it back shortly.
It holds it open.
It's okay. I'll steal it back later.
That's true. Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Internally.
Y'all are
Take it.
awesome.
Pull out a gold.
Oh,
I mean, a shiny does go a long way towards smoothing things over.
Internally, Genji Rorn just earned a point in the respect column.
Yes.
I am not trying to rob you. Shiny for shiny.
I'm not trying to rob you. I'm trying to help you.
Yeah.
You love being gaslit, baby.
That's right. Me now.
Nobody get the Lord of the Rings reference?
I got it. I was trying to not make it.
Oh yeah.
We'll add that to the bingo card as well. Someone needs to be writing these down.
Someone breaks the fourth wall.
Not just Lord of the Rings reference. That just belongs in D&D as far as I'm concerned. Describe what the perception check that he rolled entailed.
You said 15?
15 for perception.
He failed it, so he doesn't observe it.
Oh, okay. There's no half measures involved. He doesn't catch a twitch of the eye.
Being as close as he is, you take a double look and you question, wasn't his arms smaller than that about 5 seconds ago?
You just chalked it up to Riker's little intimidation thing.
Fair enough.
Lytle has a passive perception of 16. Does that get him anything?
Nah.
No. So
Same
if I
thing.
rolled perception, could
You can roll. You can roll to see if you catch it.
You can roll
Or to put
perception.
the medallion over
Yes.
in one of the
have it at
pockets
25?
over by the inner part of his cloak by the chest.
You'll definitely notice Lytle as there is the build as he's sitting on the log tightens sit as if he sits up a little straighter, and the muscles just kind of bulge out a bit thicker.
Just a little bit.
Just enough to be noticeable to you, but somehow the individual right next, I guess it's the yellow eye, captivating eyes that are just drawing Rorn's attention because he
He was
completely
captivated by your eyes, definitely.
Like,
Right,
And his
that's
name-
what I was captivated by.
his golden yellow eyes and the seal that he is very
Lytle
held
thinks
at getting.
the yellow eyes are unusual, but let's be real, everything about this individual is unusual. The way that the accent changes slightly every now and then, the way the physicality and the way he moves, the way he fights changes. Even his mannerisms, how he's eating the leftover boar tonight is different from how he was eating it last night. He's eating with a different hand. You're sensing something is a little bit different.
Lytle
Anybody
would
got
just
anything?
put that in his mind.
Log that away. But it could
Yeah.
just be you're tired from a day's worth of travel and you just came back from the dead. So it could very well be you.
Nah.
Roran will draw
Who would-
his sword, and he will assume first watch once watches do begin.
Let's start watches then.
And Lytle will take second.
Okay. And who would like third?
I'll do third.
Okay. Watch 1, please roll me a perception check.
19.
Okay. The summer's first fireflies pulse and dance entrancingly in the forest edge of your camp. Your watch passes uneventfully. Watch
He
2.
will go to Lydell and gently again tap tap.
What'd you roll?
A 20,
Heck yeah.
which puts it at 26.
The fireflies are fairies.
No. No. Changes things. The silver face of the moon passes overhead, and you swear you see one of her craterous eyes wink at you. Your watch passes uneventfully.
Can I just say that Lytle, as he's looking, he winks back.
Nice. She might not be the god assigned to you, but she appreciates a good wink.
There you go. Lytle will go over to
Red.
Red. Yeah, Red.
Red with 2 Ds, by the way.
Okay, and he will gently wake him up, or wake him up as gently as he possibly can. Let him know that the moon tonight has a twinkle in its eye, and then go to bed.
As I kind of head off to start my watch, I will just think that is quite a very strange one. He talks funny and he says the strangest things.
This whole group is full of misfits, though.
Fair.
What is that? Which Red?
I'm normal.
What would that make you?
Probably the leader
Sure
of
you
the
are, Riker.
Misfits.
I'm totally normal. What you talking
Uh-huh.
about?
So normal.
Riker's probably the most normal.
The cheery run of a creek over its pebbled bed nearby is a soothing backdrop to your vigil. Not enough to tax your hearing. Your watch passes uneventfully.
Woohoo, long rest.
Who left? Oh yes, take a long rest, everybody. You all wake up and prepare for travel. The last of the boar meat is consumed for breakfast, so you'll need to hunt and forage today in order to eat again. Let us do that now. Let's just take the first part of the day as you're making your way. You're on the lookout for food. Who would like to attempt to hunt?
Making our way through
Roar.
the woods.
Yes.
He's even
Yes,
going
yes.
to accompany Roar.
You know what? Lytle will, because Lytle wants to know what it's like to hunt out in the wild.
Lytle's going to be learning.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'm
Lyle will be
reusing.
able.
I'm reusing this road. Don't judge me.
Okay, no worries. Will it allow Roar for advantage for survival, or because Lydell's
I-
kind of
I think Lydell is learning, so he would grant you advantage.
huzzah?
And well, not only that, yeah, that's it. I had another thing in there. I was thinking.
I don't know.
23 survival.
Does Lytle
God.
like continue to ask questions the entire time? Because then I would
Yeah,
lose
no.
advantage.
No, Lytle knows very well how to stay quiet, including in a hunt. He understands it.
He is locked in observing, though.
And he can do it telepathically instead.
Roran, describe how you feel with a mental presence suddenly just invading your space.
Well, there's not much for that mental presence to hold on to at the cerebral front. It's very boring, very bland. It's like a
Sterile.
singular focus. Yes. But whatever, like there's one little thread. But that thread is the strength and the toughness of like a steel ship cable, nigh unbreakable. In this one instance, he's locked in.
Liddell,
Not much is going on outside that. This one thing.
Liddell, you have never connected with a Azimir's brain before. You find the experience almost refreshing. Sort of like a modern art exhibit, wherein the absences are almost as telling as what is present. And as he bonds with you mentally, you guys communicate over the course of this hunt. And with a 23, because the table I have only goes up to 20, you land a great stag. You have heard of these creatures in this area, but you'd been told that they were almost completely gone.
Yeah, they are now.
It
Way
has-
to go, guys.
I know you're killing an extinct species. It's an enormous specimen. It has exceptional meat, and it has a lovely rack that you can use as a trophy if you're so inclined.
Like me a good
Oh
rack.
yeah, he's got a good rack, huh?
Shut the hell up.
Stuff you know what you signed up for.
I left that word in for a reason, knowing I'm playing with children. Please continue, Lord. You
So-
field dress your buck.
So
He
so
will-
Lido will
Make a point to take preserve the skull.
Okay, with the antlers intact.
Yes.
Nice.
I was gonna say so Lido probably would kind of let him tell him what to do and help.
Mhm.
He probably would do fairly well with that. This is how he learns. He doesn't have to talk a lot. He's kind of got that. He's kind of not reading his mind, but sensing what he wants to do. And every once in a while, if he needs to, he'll ask a question. But it would be a quick, because he can tell that's how he is. Quick questions, very to the point.
Nice.
So he
As
would be.
we leave, though, Rorid will actually kneel at the remains. And under his breath, he will... Lydell, do you speak Celestial?
No.
Okay. He says a light, almost, I guess, angelic phrase and kind of places his hand on the remains. And then just turns without saying anything upstairs and he was
But,
thinking this potentially last of his kind, and trying to honor that his life and his meat will go to bettering, so that there may be more of him to come in another
Liddell,
world.
You know what it is to honor a kill.
Mm-hmm.
You might not
I
know the
imagine that I
language,
can-
but it's a universal language.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can imagine that I understand that he's honoring the kill, and Lytle will sit quietly, probably in his own mind thinking, how he would honor it. Really considers putting a polished stone on it, but decides not to. Since it really
I was-
wasn't his
I
kill.
was debating having Rorid say, "Stone it."
Yeah.
But no, he doesn't understand the cultural context for what that is, so he wouldn't ask it.
Yeah. So I will say that once they start back, Lytle would probably want to look around to see if there's anything dangerous. Now that they have fresh meat,
Yeah. Would you
he's
like to time out? Would anyone like to forage before we continue?
Yeah, I probably would just with.
Give it a stab, Red.
Not great.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was. I'm fairly positive I've got a 0 modifier. I don't have my sheet pulled up, but I rolled a 2. I don't think I found anything.
You found nettleweed shoots. This is the time of year where they're coming up, and they are especially tender this time of year, but they do have to be boiled. And don't provide a whole lot in the way of calories, but hey, it's vitamin C. What were you going to say, Lytle? Thank you, Red.
he's going to do he wants to look around and see if there's any dangerous anything that looks like it's dangerous coming towards them, anything that could have smelled the kill.
Anything in the area?
Yeah, that kind of thing. I mean, to the best of his ability. He is fairly new at it.
Roll me a perception check, please.
Okay.
To kind of stand,
Yeah.
kind of run guard with the group.
16 and 6 is 22.
What's that, Riker?
I just wanted to note that Riker spent the morning going through his spell book and preparing different spells.
That's fine. No worries. With
I
a
want that
22.
noted.
Okay,
There's no.
I understand. I'm not checking your character sheet, so I trust you.
Alright.
Liddell with a 22. Once again, the woods may not be your typical domain of travel, nor open road, but you know what it is to spot threats, and you don't really see any. You would have expected, with the fields as open as they are, something, perhaps even like crows, but no, it's all friendly creatures, and none of them seem to be inclined to give you any harm.
He'll probably let Rorn know this as they're going, that he checked and made sure that they weren't in any danger from what he can see.
Mm.
The road has become less formal, more like a broad path. As it hugs a wide stream's cliff-carved bank. And it
Real quick
mirrors
before
the
you continue,
Yes.
when they get back to the group, Rord will hand the skull with the elegant antlers to Kenji.
Ooh. Kenji, how do you accept this grotesque trophy?
So you're telling me he gave Kenji the rack? Is that what
Yep,
I?
Yes.
the rack with the skull intact.
Okay. He'll like grab it, look at it. Thanks. Cool.
Rord will say, "This species is probably nigh extinct. Probably get some good wealth in the right places from someone who's looking for a trophy like that. But what would I know about that?" And we'll just continue to walk.
Or it could make a good math. Can you imagine how cool that would be?
That would be cool, and that is something we can talk about.
Alright, continues.
Yep.
Anyway.
The road has become less formal, more like a broad path, as it hugs a wide stream's cliff-carved bank, and it mirrors the meandering path of the water. Reeds and mossy fallen trees litter the side of the path, and fish occasionally break the surface to snatch an insect. As dusk begins to fall on the second day's travel, and you're thinking about making camp, you see a wagon nearly blocking the road, tilted at an unusual angle, and with its contents of crates, chests, and barrels unloaded around it. Why am I still... Can you guys see what I'm... Hang on. Why
You
is it
didn't
silly?
move yourself to the new map, I'm
I
betting.
did, though. I'm looking at it. I'm not
We're
a
on the
silly
map.
Okay, that's what matters. Well, none of you speak halfling. You have heard it enough times to recognize the cadence of disgruntlement, punctuated with the occasional swear, coming from underneath the wagon. And a gray, sway-backed old nag swishes her tail mildly from the front of the wagon. Ugh! Erupts from under the wagon, followed by a string of louder swearing, and a halfling man wriggles out. He has more gray hair as sideburns than on his head, and his face, red with strain, is dominated by a large bulbous nose. Standing at full height, he comes to about Roran's midsection, and his clothes are well made, if a bit road-worn. Let me pull him to the front, to the correct layer. 1 minute, friends. And change layer. Tokens. Cool. If you lot are here to rob and kill me, make it snappy, he grouses as he brushes his pants off.
Well-
It's only a matter of time in these parts.
Lytle will step forward. Where is Lytle? There he is.
Warren will walk
Warren.
right up to the wagon and
What?
just one hand just kind of lift it up to where he's clearly trying to fix a wagon. Is there a wheel missing?
Yes, we'll get to that in a minute. What's that, Lytle?
So Lytle will walk up to him, and I would like to use probably persuasion for this. Good sir, we have no need to steal from you or to rob you, but as you can see from my big friend here, we could probably help you. But first, what's your name?
I'm Jethro Honeycutt.
And it continues into campaign 3.
Yep.
Dennis's character asks, "Hi, what's your name?"
We'll have to add that to the next one, the next bingo card.
100%.
I'm Jethro Honeycutt, merchant extraordinaire and middling overland vehicle operator. I'm on my way to Beldrin to sell.
Well met.
Rorn, you notice as you lift this wagon one-handed, to the mild shock of Jethro and the disgruntlement of his gray mare at the front, that this wagon has lost a wheel. Like, it has snapped clean off the axle. It's the front left wheel of this particular wagon. That's why he was underneath it, trying to fix it. Did one of you offer to help him fix it? You said, Roran, you did that earlier?
Roran
minute ago.
was doing it, and I offered Roran to help fix it.
Jethro
Yeah.
looks quite surprised when you offer to help him, and it wars with the suspicion on his face. He's advanced in years, and as someone who is not physically imposing or apparently deterring in a world like this, he has likely been subject to all sorts of threats in pursuit of his trade. He has good reason not to trust you. Roll me a persuasion check, anybody who wishes to
I will-
convince
well-
him you mean him no harm.
Since I was the one
Please,
who
please roll someone other than Roran. I have not told you what my charisma score is, and you will all laugh. And it's like, wait, no, that makes sense when I tell you what my charisma score
So I
is.
got a 17 plus 6 is 23.
Okay. Hang on. I would be most grateful, he says, softening a little bit. And depending on how good a job you do, I could be persuaded to discount my wares. He looks each of you up and down and over your shoulders to the pack of you that's kind of lingering further back. Your attire is not only outdated, it's practically in tatters. He doesn't mean your armor. He means the clothing that you wear underneath your armor. 15 plus years of being dead in a crypt has not been kind to your non-magical wearables.
Lytle looks down and says, "Well, good sir, I could use some new clothes, I do suppose."
Somebody who would like to assess the exact nature of how to fix this wagon, roll me a perception check.
Royd will just kind of, Kenji, you have deft little fingers. Make a good use of them.
Use your tiny hands.
You're muted, friends. There
Yeah.
you go.
Internally. Quick, switch me. But I don't wanna deal with this. Yeah.
So there's a 28 on perception for you.
Have you ever seen somebody who's deep in thought and it's like they're rehashing an argument with somebody in their head and they're making the facial expressions of their side of the argument, but somehow the other side is just not being heard? That's what you're witnessing.
Yes.
For some reason, the arm just keeps like expanding out in the back end.
Yeah. He's getting a pump, and then the pump is going away just as fast. It's really weird. He's got some vascular stuff going on.
It's like he's flexing, but then not flexing. It's going
Right.
between contracting, relaxing, contracting, relaxing. Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much. But it's abnormal. So
Which of you would like to roll perception?
Genji reluctantly will. As in his own mind, he's just like,
Would
This
you
is
like to
not-
move up to do it?
sure.
Move up, please.
I mean, you probably wouldn't get disadvantage with that, so at least rolling normally would be good.
I mean,
What'd you roll?
sorry. Perception, you said?
Yes, please.
25.
Jeez Louise. Okay, so the wagon's left front wheel has snapped clean off the axle and leaves the wooden shaft connecting the two front wheels too short to accommodate putting the wheel back on. Fixing it's going to require finding a good piece of a tree and trimming it to size, and then fitting both wheels back to it. This will likely take the rest of the evening. As you move around to the front of the wagon to, observe this, Jethro casually, calls out behind him, "Do look out for Begonia. She bites everyone but me." As you look over at him as he says that, and then you look back towards the mare, you realize she's, slowly easing around as if to line up a good chop on you.
Can I try animal handling?
You most certainly may.
This
This will be good.
Ooh, nat 20 for a total of
Okay.
22.
I was gonna say I will bite this horse if I need to. I'm not scared.
Foreshadowing.
As the horse turns to look, Genji will just kind of quickly but gently, quick to the human eye, quick to the people eye, but slowly to the horse's eye, meet the snout, and just gently
Push it back.
place his hand and give a nice caress up the nose.
And then steal its dentures.
Right. So
He will keep his
Begonia
for now.
is old and completely unimpressed. She is a horse, but she recognizes when she's been thwarted. So she avoids. She does not bite you this time.
Yay.
Are you going to Beldrin?
Yes.
What's your writ of travel?
Well, as you can see, we're walking.
No. Your paperwork. What does your paperwork say?
Good sir, I don't carry paperwork.
You don't have paperwork.
No.
Son, were you living under a rock? You're gonna
Yeah,
start hearing
Yeah.
that a
kind of
lot.
say that.
yeah, kinda.
As, if, as everyone's conversing, hey, this wheel's gonna take a minute to fix, so I need a good size tree branch, good size.
I want everyone to roll me. I'll let you roll a relevant stat of your choosing around finding a stick of the girth and length and quality of wood. Giggity. There you go. To replace this axle.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna
Joffrey's
roll
dying.
survival,
All right.
and I
I
only got
rolled an investigation, got 16.
All right.
I think my passive is 19. Yeah.
Gosh.
My passive perception, investigation, and insight is 19, so I just look and find things.
Show
My
off.
perception is actually a 20.
Wow. Okay.
my
But
passive
I'm
was higher than my roll.
That's okay. So between all of you, you find a good copse of young oak trees, and you select one that will likely do the job. You cut it down. Roard is handy, it seems, at breaking
Yep.
things off at ground level. And in
I
a
do
way
have
that is,
hand axes, so that was
yeah,
my
in a
thing. Was
way,
I was gonna be on standby with hand axes as soon as like found it,
yep.
he would take care of the chopping.
In a way that is way too practiced for comfort. Um, you start whittling down this stick to get it even on both ends, and you determine it is of the correct length. Now you guys are taking like turns doing all of this as you're like simultaneously kind of preparing camp for the night, roasting this amazing deer that Roran killed earlier, talking with Jethro, avoiding getting bitten by Begonia. A lot of moving parts. Would anyone like to talk to Jethro or ask him anything?
Riker will. Riker will kind of sit next to him and be like, "Yeah, Thro, we've been hiding under a rock for a few years now. Can you tell me what's been going on in civilized society last years or so?"
He is smoking a pipe in a comforting kind of way. He's got it clamped between his teeth. And he
Are his
leans
eyes
back.
dilated?
No. He leans back on this stump as he's watching you youngsters bicker over how the best way to repair his wagon is. And he says, "You said earlier you don't have a writ of travel." That's WRIT, writ of travel.
I know what you mean. Orders.
That's your paperwork detailing your permission to enter settlements that aren't your home place. Don't tell me you're on your way to Beldrin and you don't have papers.
Well, like I said, we've been hiding under a rock. So how would one possibly get a writ of travel? How long has it been where we are supposed to have had one?
He chops on his pipe and he said, "Oh, this has been in place for over a decade. There's no getting around it. I have it. I have it. I'll say I secured your protection services on the road on an emergency basis, and as such, you don't have a writ getting you into Beldrin. Let's hope the guards are feeling lenient. With Beldrin being a town and not something larger, they might be. Villages you can just bribe your way into. Cities, though, as much of a lens as they are under, you'd better have your papers in triplicate. As far as how you can get one, the seal bearer of the town can authorize a writ. Now, some of these seal bearers only hold their position because someone had to. They're the easiest to work with. Others scratched and clawed and begged and more to be appointed seal bearer. Jandrel's seal bearer, he's one of them. He flaunts his power with glee and pettiness. Roll an insight check for me, Riker. And I will allow you to roll it with advantage because it has to do with a J-town, Jesse, J, Jandrel. Hello, kitty kitty.
Well, that inside is only a 13 with advantage.
Okay.
Can I say that? Can I say Lytle is probably sitting with him? I mean, they're not going to be early separated.
That's fine. Follow me into the other room, Riker.
Everyone, freeze frame.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm eating dinner now. Finally.
What's for dinner?
Taco salad.
Actually sounds good.
Yeah. We do turkey meat because I can't eat the red meat. So.
E can't do. She likes to do turkey as well, when she can.
I used to hate it. I got used to it. I think I hated it because it was forced on me. Because my body rejected the red meat. Now I like it. That's why I love going on a hunt in role playing because I can get all the red meat I want.
We still have a freezer full of venison that I need to figure out what to do with because my father-in-law went hunting 2 years ago and bagged a good-sized buck, and so half of our chest freezer is just frozen venison.
I can tell you that
if you're ever looking for some, we'd be more than willing to take some of that off your hands.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, if you want to deaden any of the wild taste, wine is a good thing to put it in. I can't remember which kind though. But my mom and dad used to do it all the time when I grew
So's
up.
buttermilk.
Thank you, friends, for your patience. You managed to get the wagon repaired, or at least repaired enough that it can get to Beldrin and get seriously serviced. Night has officially fallen. You've been working the last hour by campfire light. Time to eat and roll watches again.
Rord will ensure that a portion is set aside for Jethro.
As a halfling, he is quite concerned with the quality of his food. And this is some of the finest venison that these woods have to offer in this part of the continent. So in return, he busts out a spice blend that he offers to you. And it really elevates this dish. You get the sense as a merchant, he has access to some stuff that isn't always on the menu. And this spice blend in particular is just made for game meat. Because of that offering, I'm not going to make you roll for cooking this deer. Who would like to roll first, or who would like to do first watch?
Sword's already out. Unless someone beats Rord to it one of these days, Rord's always first watch.
Okay.
Lido will take second unless anybody else wants.
All right. We're starting to develop a pattern. Who would like third?
I guess I'll do
Genji will-
third.
You got to roll for it if you both want it.
I mean, I ain't that concerned about it.
Okay.
Were we able to?
I will
Were we able
concede.
to?
Just try and take my Genji. Just try and take his turn.
Okay. We'll let Genji do it then. Rowan, please roll first watch, Rowan.
Question: were we able to buy new clothes?
Yes. So he will set you up with new outfits of a comparable quality to what he perceives y'all's to be. He'll give those at a really good discount. He will give them to you for 5 gold apiece. So you got fresh studs.
I'm able to keep kind of the red and gold
Motif.
motif. There you go.
Bear in mind, these are just, for most of you, these are just undergarments underneath your armor. Function, for most of you, is more concerning than fashion. But Riker doesn't wear armor, and he likes to look nice.
Unfortunately, perception was a 10.
Okay. Jethro's snoring is a musical counterpoint to that of Begonia, who periodically pins her ears back in that hostile way horses do, and chomps softly in her sleep, as though dreaming of taking a chunk out of unsuspecting two-leggeds. Your watch goes uneventfully.
You will calmly wake Lydell and specify, watch close, hard to hear.
Lydell will thank him and kind of take a judge of everything. And first, I want to roll a stealth, as he's gonna hide in different places like he did the first time.
Okay. This is a great place to do that. Go right ahead.
Okay. 18, 28, 31.
Good gosh. I guess I'm gonna have to get used to that.
Can't help it.
As if Rorn spoke it into being, the babble of the stream is dampening to your hearing as you listen for movement in the underbrush.
Okay.
But despite the nerves it inspires, your watch passes uneventfully. I will let you roll one perception check for something not to do with your watch.
Okay. How about a 19 plus 6, 25?
Despite how sharply you are on point, on edge for your watch, all you see of the raccoon who steals a chunk of meat from around the fire is its retreating fluffy tail.
Fluffy butt.
Fluffy butt striped. The trash panda gets one over on you. Would you like to wake watch 3, Genji?
Yeah. He'll go over and gently wake him. Probably. He's gonna try to telepathically wake him instead of touching him, because he doesn't quite know what this creature is yet. He knows it's humanoid. He knows that he's friendly, but he doesn't want to take a chance just yet.
Entirely valid.
He will try to telepathically wake them up.
You're muted, Genji. How do you feel for the first time, feeling a presence in your head that isn't the two of you?
I don't like it. You shouldn't be allowed in here.
You get very strong get out vibes when you connect with them mentally, Lytle.
Okay. He does. Are they awake though?
There can only be 2 of us.
Yes.
Do you say that to him, or do you just say get out?
I just say get out, but after he leaves, I'll say there's only be 2 of us.
Agreed.
There's not enough room for a third person.
Yeah, you get the sense, Lytle, as you cram yourself into the trunk of this very occupied brain, how sharp of a difference it is from the clean sterility that is Rorn's brain. Where Rorn's brain is order and this sort of steel-backed stoicism. Their brain, Genji's brain, feels like an ocean
Hmm.
tossed in a storm. There's a lot more going on in there, and they're not as clever at they're not as clever at hiding it as Rorn is.
It's very split, one could say.
Yeah. He'll of course put that in the back of his mind to think on later.
Yeah.
So Genji, you see Genji open his eyes as the yellow pierces the night, and just looks at you with this annoyance look, like, I say, I do not advise doing that again.
Lido looks at him and says, "Well noted. Bless your heart. I won't be doing that another time. I will tell you though, there's a little raccoon coming around here trying to steal our meat. I want to watch for him."
Understood.
And with that, he says, I don't want to word this. I'm sure you know how to catch another thief, right? And he walks away to go to bed.
Wow, well, that doesn't go. Going for it.
Takes you get the sense it takes one to know one.
Genji, hearing the snoring coming from Jethro, is quickly annoyed even more so. So will also walk out about 30, 40 feet and do kind of a little patrol of his own, stealthing, hiding, that sort of thing. And keeping an extra close eye on the leftover food. Stealth be a 31 and perception being a 28.
All right. Towards the end of your watch, a righteously loud fart splits the quiet night. From Jethro or Begonia, you are not sure. This noise is what ultimately stirs the party around dawn. And ultimately, it's the wafting stench that wakes you all fully, and you groan in your bedrolls. Your watch passes uneventfully.
I'm going to make it a point to be away from the party at that point. That sounds very...
This stuff is like Agent Orange. It drifts.
There is no getting away.
This is horse fart. Okay, this is bad. Or old halfling man fart. Either one is bad.
Out of curiosity, how old is Jethro?
In halfling, how long do halflings live? Like 150?
Long time.
150
yeah, they're
and a half.
Age is 5e. Why is it silly?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Halfling ages 5e. Thank you. Son of a gun. It's not going to let me. We will say he's over the middle-aged hump, burgeoning on senior.
Probably
Not
closer to 80,
not quite senior, but getting there.
Okay.
85, 90.
Yeah. Awesome. You all process your morning, are grateful for the breeze that blows up over the stream to air out the campsite. Eat a little bit more of... Huh?
It's rid of the fart.
Yes. Get rid of the fart. You help Jethro load up his wagon again, and you hit the road. You're incredibly excited because it's only a few more hours until you get to Beldrin. The handful of hours passes rather quickly, because Jethro is narrating more on what you asked him last night, Riker. I will have you guys you'll have some room to ask any good questions at the end, but this is about a minute's worth of exposition, and just forgive me for it. Beldrin is a rare combination of isolation and abundance. It boasts an array of specialized shops and vendors to support its proximity to mining operations in the foothills of the northern mountain range. The population is a nearly even mix of humans and dwarves, whose employment rides on the precious stone and silver mining industry. Within the cut stone walls lays a town proud of its remote character and creative nature. Wooden and stone structures are built as time, money, and materials allow in a series of add-ons, each having its own aesthetic difference that somehow still meshes. The centermost town square, home to a densely populated open-air market, and the immediately surrounding streets are stone, but the remainder are wheel-carved mud. While racial tensions might cause strife in other towns of a similar mix, there is little room or time for such frivolities in Beldrin. The humans and dwarves are remarkably cooperative with each other, and with the current populations being fifth, sometimes more, generation occupying the same place in the same profession. Such camaraderie can't be bought or forced, and in Beldrin it is underscored with every hall of stone, every ringing pickaxe, every human voice raised to a dwarven mining song, and every dwarven gift of a well-carved jewel at the birth of a human child. Yet, under this attitude of self-sufficiency is a subtle undercurrent of fear. The town and its outlying farms are much removed from the rapid response of a call to aid should something drastic happen. Perhaps this is ingrained, or perhaps it is lingering sentiment from the dubious honor of being one of the first towns the Empress conquered on her march across the continent. The Empress's regime allows Beldrin to offset their required tithe with copious amounts of precious and semi-precious stones, nearly all that are pulled from the mines. To what end, though, no one dares guess. The gate is peeking through the trees as the approach road narrows. Is there anything you all would like to do before coming into view?
I'd like to. I would talk to the Jethro and try and get him to show me his writ, so that I could make an illusion copy of it if possible.
He is. He kind of looks at you incredulous once again at like the sheer odd, like, again, that idea of it crosses his mind, but he doesn't say it out loud again. Have you been under a rock? And he explains to you that these writs are magically written in such a way that they are intended to not be fabricated or forged. This is that one thing I told you you would not be able to use forgery on. Sorry.
Then I ask him, like, well, what about like the orcs? And I'll describe the orcs we encountered. Like, are they questioned? Are they, or are they free to move about? If we like,
he snaps the reins over Begonia's back and he says, "Well, if they were tithe hunters, like you're saying, then they had themselves a seal, which would have given them freedom of movement almost anywhere in the continent."
so
But
if so, let's say that somebody looked like one of them, like exactly, and said they had this seal.
there's all kinds of tithe hunters out there. They're not all orcs.
Okay. If they have that seal, it can look and
The seals
possibly.
The seals aren't numbered, son. They're like coins. Anyone who has one is implied to be a tithe hunter. He looks at you. He looks at you kind of side eye, where you've like moseyed up to him on the bench. And he says, "Don't tell me you have one of those." Tithe hunters aren't the most
Yes.
respected of professions, as you might have guessed.
I'll look over at Roran. Is Roran listening?
He's doing a really bad job hiding the fact that he's listening.
So Roran, well, right. The reason why Riker is going to make eye contact and just like do the eyebrow thing, where one eyebrow goes up, like, uh, it's the universal symbol. So like, hey, like, that's our end.
Jethro he explained last night that he was going to try his best to give you an in. But it also is dependent on the guards.
And yeah, that's kind of the idea, is that we have a backup.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is the cart covered?
Yeah, the cart is covered. It may not look
Okay,
like
so
it
I would
in
be.
this, but it is a covered cart.
Riker's going to be inside the cart in case he needs to do disguise self and come out as a real badass to really um, scare the bejesus out of the guards, along with the medallion. So, just plans upon plans.
Roran will be on the outside, acting like if we're the bodyguard, and we're now going towards the city. Roran is going to imagine the cart kind of slows down, and Roran will be bodyguarding.
Yeah. You look the part. This is a natural role for you. You should all have control of your tokens. Did I forget somebody?
Lytle is
No,
probably.
Did.
I'm in the
Hold
cart.
on. Oh, thank you. I was like, where
Ah,
is he? It's like I have a pack of kindergartners. I'm constantly counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's one of them?
That's fair.
Well, at least you got that right.
Yes. Anyone else want to do anything before you come into full view of the gate?
Lytle is in the back because that would be. He's not. He's already promised Riker he's not going to do anything too stupid. So.
Uh-huh. We will see.
Mm-hmm.
Genji will also be in the back, just along for the ride at the moment.
Makes sense. There's a wagon. You have legs. They don't need to be running or walking.
Exactly.
Red, you position yourself, if you please.
Yeah, I will. I'll just kind of walk alongside of it, but I'll keep my cloak kind of pulled up. I'm assuming like from a holy symbol standpoint. Actually, I'll
Yeah.
keep my holy symbol kind of out to show that I'm, I guess, a holy man.
Go with me to the other room. Red. Can you do that without losing the stream?
Yeah, I'll kill the audio that way.
Oh no, you can keep the audio.
Okay.
I just don't want So as you are arranging your attire as this gate looms closer, you get this thrum of... It translates in your body and heart as fear. But you feel Kellenvor essentially grab you by the back of the neck, spiritually speaking. And he is going to impress upon you without words that it almost, as much as a god can have a panicked tone, he is going to impart upon you the necessity to keep that symbol hidden.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
well, for your patience.
Hey, if we have nothing else, we have patience.
That is the truth. Jethro clucks to Begonia, and he and the wagon pull slightly ahead. The guards perk up and flag him down, and one approaches the wagon.
What happens if
Be
Begonia
careful.
bites the What happens if Begonia bites the guard?
Jethro says, Jethro says, careful, she bites, as Begonia eases around again to line up her shot, and the guard skates out of the danger zone of horse teeth and straightens his helm. Papers, please. Jethro digs underneath the driver's bench and pulls out a small chest that is shaped like it holds a thick roll of parchment. He mutters a word under his breath, and the lockless box springs open. And after fishing around, he produces a waxed piece of parchment, bearing a thick signature at the bottom. Everyone roll me a perception check, please. Or rather, not everybody. I would like specifically the two who stayed out of the wagon, Rorn and Red, to please roll me a perception check.
Nope.
It's lower than my passive, so 19.
I'll take my passive because I rolled a 5.
Oh gosh.
So probably nothing.
Okay. What was your passive? 16, Rowan?
No, my passive's 13.
Okay, so you don't see this, but Red catches it. He reads this. You catch the signature at the bottom of this writ of travel, and it reads "Seal Bearer of Dessel, Clovis Tumal, Clovis Tumal. I believe you will find them in order," says Jethro breezily. "And your companions?" grunts the guard as he fans through the papers. "I acquired their protection services on the road on an emergency basis," says Jethro. "If you found them on the road, then they either have a writ proving their original destination or a seal that lets them move about freely, so which is it?" And he looks at the two of you expectantly.
Roran reaches up. Doesn't say a word. Crown side out. Puts it back.
The guard grumbles and glares. "Well, why didn't you just say you were tithe hunters? Let them through!" And the gate raises. Jethro and you guys get out of earshot before he stops the cart abruptly, to the point where a lot of the rest of you in the back of the cart are kind of jostled by the suddenness of the stop. And he hisses over the bench at you, Roran, and says, "Tithe hunters?" And he spits on the ground. "You lot are tithe hunters?"
Rolling in. We took it off a bunch that clearly didn't need it and were abusing their power, like you said. Good way to move about.
Roll a perception or persuasion check. Excuse me. I keep saying perception. I mean persuasion.
All right.
Yeah.
Who wants to guess what?
Oh, if that fails, Riker has a spell ready to go. So
Riker's in
Well-
the back of the wagon. Riker doesn't know this is happening.
Riker should be able to hear
Jethro is
He's
below.
right behind Jethro.
Jethro is below sub-audible for the rest of these people around you. He is not within earshot of you, but you'll know if something pops off.
Well,
Rowan, what did you roll? As a reminder,
So-
you have an inspiration.
Yes. This is for the party to find out. Roran's charisma is a -1.
Oh my god.
So it's a 16 instead of a 17.
Hey! So he leans back, kind of chews his inner cheek for a minute and assesses you. And relaxes. "Come see me in the market when you've gotten settled and done your business in Beldrin. Not that I'm eager to see you lot again, but, you know, I want to see how my clothes fare." And
They
with
are
that,
quite comfortable. Did you seam them yourself?
he knows when he's being pandered to. And he snaps the reins over Begonia's back. and bids you all farewell.
Well, fare thee well, sir.
So now, as your attention is given room again, something about this town catches you completely off guard. Undead. Undead everywhere. Zombies shuffle amidst the living, who part around them like minnows around a shark. And they stagger through the streets, these undead. They give no heed to the scuttling people who give them a wide berth, as though used to their presence. They each have a matching arcane sigil branded into their foreheads, and in the case of fleshless skulls, into their bony craniums. Everyone roll me a perception check, please.
19.
Well, Roaring and
26
perception
with a nat
stay.
20.
Nice.
8.
Oof.
Uh,
So
dirty 20.
Okay.
12.
So
21
everyone.
for Genji, 12.
Okay.
Oh, wait, yeah, 21.
So everyone except Rorn notices that some of these undead look, for lack of a better term, cared for. Some have newer, if inexpensive, clothing. Some have a garland of flowers around their neck. Some of their broken limbs have been augmented with splints. In fact, you see a young man hurry out of his house nearby, eyes locked on an undead that used to be an old man. Hold still, Pops, he mutters, snatching the stained hat off the undead's head and swiftly replacing it with a new one. The undead is completely heedless of his actions and continues to shamble along on its path. And the young man stares after this old man zombie with an expression of deep sadness, some memory locked behind his misty eyes, before returning to his house.
I may not have got a perception, but can Roaring make a religion? This is screaming all kinds of.
Yes, you may make a religion or a history. Both would be relevant for you here.
I'll go religion because I have a better 24 for religion.
I think at this point, Red is. I can't even begin to put into words how furious Red is right now.
I can
You
imagine.
feel the rage of the god you serve echoed in your own mortal body in a way that is extremely difficult to keep a lid on. You just stand there fuming under your cloak, trying your best to keep a straight face before you do something incredibly rash. Ruorn, with your check, you follow me into the other room. I'm trying to be more conscientious of everybody's secrets.
Did anybody get whose Jethro's papers are signed by? Seal of something of Tamal. I don't remember that.
No, I did not get it. Sorry.
I'm with you, Jesse. I remember Tamal being the last name, but I don't remember the first name.
Started with a C.
That's sorry with a D, but okay.
Maybe I misheard it. Maybe there's a C somewhere in there.
You could always ask her at the end of session.
So I'm curious if we're going to have to save Red and ourselves to get out of here.
Oh no. It's not gonna be pretty though.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Dennis, what is behind you?
This
Yeah.
that's my Dungeons and Dragons sweatshirt.
Ah, okay.
It's covering a pile of stuff.
I couldn't help but think it was like a robe of some sorts. I'm just like, hmm.
So, Lytle and Riker, give me a history check, please.
Oh shoot! Let me redo that and jump out.
Yep,
History, 17.
nice. Riker,
Sorry, I stepped out. What was the roll?
history,
History
please.
check.
Hmm. Uh, 14.
Okay. All of you have taken great pains to avoid that gaping hole in your memories around the exact nature of your deaths, and in doing so, have naturally avoided the thought paths surrounding that blank spot. But now, given a reason, your minds recall a piece of history. The decimation. The word decimate literally means 1 out of 10. Empress Moira demanded a tenth of each settlement's population be given up for death and reanimation, to be installed as a controlling force under the command of her appointed seal bearer in each settlement. While she made it clear that criminals were the intended fodder, most settlements did not have enough criminals to meet the requirement. So the oldest and the most infirm were asked to volunteer. And mixed among them, as their honor and integrity demanded of them, were worshippers of good and neutral gods. Now these undead patrol among their living friends and relatives, a painful reminder of that settlement's weakness in the face of the Empress's tyranny.
Oh, the zombies are under control of the seal bearer. They patrol and so they patrol. What else? Did you say they did something else?
Nope. They're basically just
Under
there
control.
as a demoralizing force and as if the seal bearer commands them a controlling force. I assume you impart this knowledge to the rest of the group.
I was
So
just
Lytle and Riker remember this, right?
Yes. You two
Yeah.
were the only ones alive, other than Rorn, to see it.
So, do we remember if we were criminals?
Not everything that
Or
you in particular.
Okay.
You, once again, you don't know the exact nature of your deaths. And I like to think that in the course of your time together, you both did things that would technically label you as criminals. But you don't remember the circumstances around your death still remain clouded to you.
Okay. So yeah, I would assume that Lytle, who's not well known for staying quiet all the time, upon realizing this, would probably at least start speaking to Riker about it in the midst of everybody.
Okay.
So that they could at least hear it, because maybe he might. Riker would be the one who would probably. Lytle may be able to put it into words more eloquently, or at least in a nice southern drawl. But Riker is the one who's smart, so.
Riker definitely can take your words and make them more eloquent, as you said.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was trying to say.
He beat the educated one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lytle is more apt to react first and think about it later. Riker's more apt to think first and stop Lytle from reacting.
And that's why you two are such a good pair.
Hmm.
Uh, you can see the token where the party is just inside of this gate. Um, I have your individual tokens towards the bottom left hand of the map if you wish to separate, but you've made it into Beldrin.
Um, just out of curiosity,
Mm.
what are the things that we see just within? What kind of buildings do we see within us? Can we tell what they are?
If you are looking at the screen, I pulled up the map of the town.
Riker,
Am
Yeah.
I'm on the
Okay.
screen, yeah.
And what a lovely map it is.
Thank you. I worked hard on it.
Riker,
I do like it.
yeah, Riker will. So after talking with
Liddell.
Lydell, and kind of rehashing what they remember and being like, so this is what came of that. Just absolutely unconscionable. Like, can't imagine things have gotten to this point. He's going to turn to Red and be like, and say, all right, we're here, what now?
Red, this snaps you out of the seething rage. But it still bubbles away in you like an insidious cauldron.
Well, first, I need to find who I am looking for.
Red, you've been here a couple of times minimum. You know where the Mournhold estate is in this town. Here, specifically. You can lead the way with ease if you wish.
Okay,
If you all wish instead to visit these various shops, you may also do that. But I wouldn't turn down. I wouldn't turn down getting to business first.
yes, remembering being here, that's going to be my first stop. Will be like, okay, this is where she was last time I was here, so I'm going to make the assumption that she's still there.
A fair assumption. As you pass along this road, you pass what used to be a chapel. It has been desecrated in every sense of the word. It has been, initially it looks like, burnt out, and beyond that, fallen into a state of disrepair. It's a chapel dedicated to Seluna, particularly. As you pass the general store and are almost to the head of the street that leads up to the Mournhold estate, you pass a statue. And it's of a face that you all recognize now, thanks to that seal that you took off of the tithe bearers. Crowned with a sharp crown, horns curling, hand raised in triumph. Empress Moira. and you embark down the road to the Mournhold estate. As you approach, Red, your heart begins to sink. There's holes in the roof, and I find my stuff. The decrepit Mournhold Manor stands ominous and dark in the shadow of the town's stone wall. Shutters hang limp and broken. Glass panes are shattered in the windows, and leaves and brambly plants and hedges long past overgrown crowd every nook and cranny of its grand porch and landscape. The trees that lined the front stand like skeletons in dead grass beds. It is painfully obvious this place has not been cared for in many years. And yet, there is a well-worn scuff mark in the wood of the porch, where the front door opens, often and just wide enough to look inside. So well used is the track that the sagging door has made, it has scraped up a bright streak of new wood from beneath the neglected porch's patina. Would anyone like to make any kind of check as you approach this door?
I'll do
Riker's not going to approach it yet.
investigation or
Look at
something.
Yeah.
Roll
Gonna
me
look at mud.
Hang on, let's do the red first. Red, you're rolling an investigation?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you investigating for?
Just looking around if there's any signs of life at all.
Other than that bright streak of new wood that's been scraped up by the door being opened repeatedly and often, not a whole lot. And what was your inquiry, Riker?
Riker would, if Red started to move forward, he'd put his hand on his shoulder and just hold on. The mud boy over here seems real good at checking things. Maybe we have him check for in case somebody or traps anything. This doesn't look like a place that is friendly to visit.
Genji? How do you take to being called Mud Boy?
He just kind of glares at Riker. And it's just like, I suppose. I suppose.
Lord help me. It's spreading. Like Joffrey said, you started this as a hot dog cart salesman in New York, and here we are.
Yeah, I know, and
it took you
might
3
as well-
sessions, 2.5 sessions to lose your accent.
and I can't get away from this. It's more like I can never remember that rooster's. Oh yeah,
yeah, the white guy.
Yeah.
Foghorn
Leghorn.
I might as well accept it. I might as well go for him at this point. Here
What have you done, Dennis?
Lytle doesn't sound so bad after all now.
Hey, I'm walking here. That's what you're going for.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I'll do a minimal investigation on this, like nothing too deep here.
Okay.
With a minimal investigation, that is going to be a 24.
Minimal.
So there's not a whole lot you can ascertain from the outside. There is that streak of wood from the door being opened a lot in the front porch. And perhaps even some crumbs of food? You bend down and you pick one up and it crumbles between your fingers. Crumb of bread. And the crumbs lead into the manor.
A literal breadcrumb trail.
It was bread or cookies. What do you want from me?
Yeah, this isn't
yeah,
sus at all,
like,
is it?
oh, like this is like this
Is it
is
safe to
like
assume that the resident of the manor resident is at home part of this investigation, non-intrusive investigation?
You would assume that there's something being fed on the other side of this door.
So I'm going to go up and I'm just going to bluntly knock and quickly hide.
Do not, bitch.
Pretty much. I'm gonna
Everyone else scrambles for hiding as you do this, and they're all like, "What the man?" You all wait like a solid 60 seconds.
Roar doesn't move. He's 7 feet tall. There's nowhere that this golden giant is gonna find a place, so he just stands there.
I was just kind
Roran
of
is
thinking.
Roran is 6'11" of screw you, and is not inclined to try to hide. He learned his lesson from the Death Knight.
Lytle uses Rorn to hide.
See, that's fair. From a certain point of view, you are hidden.
Entirely, I would grant like whole, like complete cover, like full cover with that. No,
remember that?
they
It's like it's Rorn, and then there's Lydell. He's got like the upper quadrant.
The entire party's hiding behind Roar.
Right.
oh so beautiful.
Whatever happens, everyone just kind of pops out like a cartoon
It's like-
Scooby-Doo. Just
It's Scooby-Doo. That's exactly the vibe. Yes. Oh my gosh.
If you added
60
music, it would
seconds.
just be the Congo line.
They don't have that in the catalog. I checked. The 60 seconds pass, and then 120 seconds, and nothing happens. There's no noise. The door doesn't open.
Lytle,
What would you like to do?
Lytle asks Mage Hand to
Yeah.
open the door.
It opens. As far as the track that has been worn into this wooden porch allows it. If you want to shove it further, you're gonna have to do it by hand.
No, he kind of moves the Mage Hand inside and goes to
Yeah.
the floor and knocks.
60 seconds pass. 120 seconds pass. Nothing.
He says, "Okay, guys. Well, guys, I do believe that we can go on in there, and I don't think that if there's anything in there that's going to attack us, I do believe that it would have attacked us by now."
There is a literal.
not true. We have
Well,
not crossed the
breadcrumbs.
threshold.
Y'all's caution entertains me deeply.
I-
I can understand why people enjoy this.
Trail of breadcrumbs. Come on, Lydell.
In this
A
world,
literal trail of
breadcrumbs.
It doesn't
Time
get
out.
any
In this-
clearer than this.
In this world, there is no Grimm's fairy tale, and there is no breadcrumbs Hansel and Gretel story. You just know bread as bread, and it happens to be sprinkling crumbs as it is taken or chucked or otherwise thrown into this manner.
Out of curiosity, Genji wants to try a window
Why?
just
You can
because.
easily get into a window.
I mean, I try just opening a window.
I mean, you
Oh,
do know the door's
opening-
open, right?
So
Yeah.
the windows don't open. They are like the wood has swelled shut in the frames. You are not going to be able to wrench one of these windows open. There are some broken glass panels, but they're only about a foot by a foot. It'd be very difficult for you to get
Yeah.
in. And who knows, you might make more noise than is warranted by doing so.
So
Roar's about to walk in, so noise may not be an issue.
I was just
Or
going to
lack
say,
thereof.
Lytle asks Rorn, so big guy, do you think that maybe you might want to just walk in there and see what's going on?
Roar will look at Red.
I'm not even.
I-
Yeah, I'm
I
not
could
even
make somebody
waiting at this
smaller,
point.
or
Like, I'm
I
going
could
in.
make you bigger. So,
Hang on, let Red speak.
you want to be bigger?
No.
So Riker calls out after. Want to be bigger? Want to be invisible?
Roran's respectful. This is Red's place. Red would know. If someone's going to shoot at us, let it see a familiar face first, rather than a 7 foot tall, golden armored stranger is more likely to catch a couple bolts to the armor that'll dink off, and hostility increases before conversation can occur.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
7 foot
exact kind of what I was thinking. Like, once the doors kind of open enough, I'm just gonna walk in.
Awesome.
He's blunt, but he's not stupid.
Yeah.
The door creaks open reluctantly, and Red enters, and the rest of you all peer in to the dark depths of this unlit house. The foyer boasts impressively tall ceilings, and might have once even been tastefully decorated. But the thick coating of dust on every surface, the spatter of black mold up the peeling wallpaper, and the crackling portraits of the Mournhold ancestors tell a different story. Red, you can roll an investigation for me, and if everyone else would like to step over the threshold and also roll investigations, you may. Yes, Riker.
I just gotta say, I could send a little light bulb in with him. I got 20 feet of range on that. So.
Great idea. Yeah, you send a ball of light into this room.
I only got a
I
13
ain't
on
getting close to the house though, so I'm still off the porch.
Okay,
I'm off.
you're on the porch. Understood.
25 for
Ah,
investigation.
20 for
20 what now?
investigation.
25.
Okay, you should all be able to see and move your tokens. Okay. You notice. You see the slender and bare footprints of a human woman throughout the dust, leading in many trails to and from the door. They vanish up a flight of stairs that leads, you assume, to the second-story bedrooms, and terminate near your own feet, where there is a pile of crumbs, a few pieces of rotten fruit, and some discarded chicken bones. You intuit that whoever has been regularly opening the door a crack has been doing so to toss food blindly into the manor. But to feed what? A skittering sound from beyond the stairs makes all of your heads snap up, ears pricked to listen. And it comes again, skittering. This time, closer.
Swords out.
This is creepy as hell. I told you not to go in. I'm gonna be the only smart one here.
Roran will move as the wall in front of the party.
Moving with the uncanny speed of a spider, a woman with long black hair in a tattered nightgown moves on all fours to the top of the stairs. She spots you and bellows like an animal. Red, just as you recognize Lyra Mournhold's face, you all recall Kelimvor's words to Red on the edge of that astral garden. She will have information for you.
She's up the stairs, correct?
Yep.
So
I will move her appropriately. 1 second.
I guess blowing her away is not an option, huh?
Nope.
Probably
She's got-
not.
I will.
Well,
I
Kelev,
will
you could do
turn
that.
to
Oh, crap.
Riker.
On wrong player.
Yep. I did it again. Oops, I did it again.
I would advise against that.
Against what?
I'm gonna slowly.
He was telling Riker not to blow her away.
Yeah. I'm gonna slowly start walking my way towards the stairs. As I do, I'm gonna I'm gonna touch my chest, and I'm gonna go on and cast my remove curse. And as it just kind
For
of
the day.
yeah, and as it settles, I'm gonna look up the stairs. Lyra, it's me. It's Red.
Red, you remember Lyra as a half-elf woman with spectacles perched on the bridge of her nose, black hair severely coiffed into submission, a penchant for black clothing, and a general air of primness. The woman who charges down these stairs like a beast seems like a thin shadow of herself. This is completely befuddling. Lyra is one of the most formidable and curious minds you've ever met. What in the nine hells has come over her? You instinctively turn to look at the door behind you as if for the reassurance of retreat, and are startled afresh by the wall behind you. Smeared in big letters on the now peeling wallpaper by a desperate and bloody hand are the words, "Don't forget your shame." I will allow you all to roll a nature or investigation check before we roll initiative.
26.
I'll go with
So
investigation.
I'm going to go nature. They're both the same.
Let's go.
Riker stuck outside.
22.
Riker can be outside. Actually, I think Riker, you wouldn't see the wall, so it wouldn't matter to you. I apologize. I don't mean to exclude you.
So, Riker, the door's still open, or what?
Yes, the door is still open, but it is on. Hang on, it's on the wall that the door is actually like on. It's on this wall, so you wouldn't see it unless you stepped inside and looked backwards.
Can,
No,
can I ask?
I'm just curious what Riker is seeing from his perspective.
Riker heard that woman bellow like an animal, and he heard Red speak to her and say her name. And then he heard the telltale sounds of footsteps as she is dashing towards the party.
So
okay in there?
uh, as as she's coming towards us, can Lytle try to talk to her telepathically?
You can try.
Okay. What was her name again?
Lyra. Lyra. Lyra.
Lyra. He says,
Or Lyra.
Lyra.
I'm sorry. I've been going back and forth.
Sorry. Lyra, my lady, my dear lady. Do you not recognize Red? He has come so far to see you.
She is still charging.
15
Did I get
nature for
anything?
the wall.
24 investigation.
Okay, and what was yours, Rowan, again? I apologize.
Nature is 15.
Wonderful. This blood on this wall is at least 15 years old, and it's cracked like the surface of a mud flat and nearly black with age. Lyra pauses at the bottom of the stairs to posture like a creature, like a creature that is afraid. Her fingers cricked into claws. Long, dirty nails. And as she does that, you catch a glimpse of a deep scar in her palm, barely jagged, as if sliced by a glass shard in an unsteady hand. Your eyes flit to the shattered portrait frames on the floor, whose breaking made way for the words on the wall. Roran, you in particular are adept at judging the age of scars, having many yourself. This scar is as old as the bloody words on the wall. So you can infer she wrote these words with her own blooded hand 15 years ago. Give or take. And with that, we are going to roll initiative.
Oh boy. Okay, 19 plus 5 is 24.
Hang on, I will ask for yours. I apologize, I have to do it that
That's
way. Red, what is yours?
22.
Okay. Liddell, what is yours?
24.
Brorn, what is yours?
21.
Gracious, guys. Genji, Kenji, what is yours?
22.
And Riker, what is yours?
And
Riker. 10?
Hey, one better than usual.
Hey, you did 8, 9, and 10, I think, so far. Good job. Awesome. I don't know why the Tithe Hunter is still on there. I will figure out a way to remove them. Okay, and that is where we are going to end off this particular session. We are so grateful that you've tuned in. We're so grateful that you're listening after the fact. We're grateful to God to have you as our brothers and sisters in Christ, be they currently or perhaps our future brothers and sisters in Christ. We are the Holy Rollers. Thank you so much for spending your evening with us. God bless. Have a good night.